Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel Shaquille O'Neal. We celebrate the Chinese New Year.
Yes.
Do you have something you say in Chinese?
Ni hao, it's getting better.
That's still British.
It's not. It's getting
You
better.
only use British.
It's getting better.
Oh my gosh, he only knows one accent.
Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Taking a look at the Pacers, they lost their first matchup against these guys. This, their final game against them in the regular season, looking to finish with a split. You know, it seems, fellas, like every time LeBron takes the court, he has a chance to pass another career milestone. When it's all said and done, where do you think he ends up on the NBA's all-time scoring list, Shaq?
Well, it'll be very hard for him to make a run at the top two, Ernie. However, it's never a good idea to doubt LeBron because he's already passed me up in the scoring list, so you can't doubt the guy.
He's got that going for him. How
Well,
about
you know, man, Ernie, I just think how long he plays. If he plays, 17, 18 years, he's going to be in the top two. But if he stops at about 15, then and says, I just want to spend time with my kids, then I don't think so.
That does it for us for now. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome, everyone, to it. And before we get going,
Well, guys,
thank you, David. Along with the All-Star break comes the trade deadline, Chris. Some players could be on the move. Do players get impacted if they hear their name in the rumor mill?
Yeah, especially young players. I mean, when you feel that, you're being traded, you only think about someone doesn't want you. You don't think about how a team is actively trying to get you and make you part of their team. But you can't help but hear your name on all the talk shows, the radio shows, from fans, things like that. But you just have to stay mentally strong, some way, not let that interfere with your work ethic, not let that interfere with your game, how you're trying to get better. But human nature is really hard. And if you're a good player, it's going to happen because someone else out there is going to want you. And so they might just put your name in a rumor just to see if they have any takers. So you just got to take it and just keep working hard.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So the Lakers five right now. Caldwell Pope is the two with Ingram playing small forward. JaVale McGee is out there with LeBron James, and it's Ball in at the point. So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Caldwell Pope dishes to McGee. It's Ingram on the wing. It's stolen by Oladipo. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, he has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Well, let's just call it what it is. Great body control on the lane, takes the contact, still knocks it in softly off the glass. I mean, that shot just can't be blocked the way he adjusted.
And Oladipo has some parts of his game that needs work, but he is certainly terrific on the big finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's got longer arms than you would think for a player of his size, and the overall physical skill set, there's no doubt about it. You look at his ability to just stay floating in the air for that extra moment when he's in attack mode, and this is a young man that still has his best basketball ahead of him.
Now here's Collison, following the miss by Lonzo Ball. It's Oladipo on the wing, down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Young from the arc. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't tee him up on the perimeter.
James kicks the ball. McGee the pass to Ball. Lakers working the ball around now. And the Lakers with another miss.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Evans. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. Lakers shooting their first free throw tonight. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, I just watch KCP out there, and whether it's on the ball or off the ball, he's so active with his feet and his hands. He's so hard to shake. He can hound a perimeter threat all game long.
Over to the wing. Now, here's Ball. Guarded closely. Collison kicks to Evans. Back to Collison. He dishes it to Turner. Stolen by Ball. Caldwell Pope left side. The rebound by Turner. And with KCP, he'll often draw the premier perimeter threat as his defensive assignment, which he welcomes. More often than not, Chris, he'll find a way to slow him down.
It's his ability on both ends on the floor. KCP, his skill set, that's what coaches love about him. He can lock you up on D, but he can also be a challenge for a defender on the other end.
Here's Caldwell Pope after Tyreek Evans' score.
Tell us how you really feel about that finish. And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Well, yeah, they've set an aggressive tone early. The trick is maintaining this momentum. It's easy to get complacent.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And that's one of those games where I just felt the attitude going in was wrong. I think they believed what was being said about them in the press, and that was a game that they just couldn't win.
Well, also, when you're a monster underdog, you have to play like a monster. You have to be aggressive, really physical. I didn't think they brought that level of intensity.
Pacers leading by 11. Right side, Collison. He feeds it to Oladipo. 6 on the shot clock. Collison kicks to Oladipo. The shot's good. Collison making the play. 7 points for Victor Oladipo.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
To the paint. It's tipped. Turner with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Here's Oladipo. Again, Indiana.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
A meteoric ascent for Luke Walton. 2 years before signing as coach for the Lakers, he was a part-time assistant with their development team. Now the youngest head coach in the league. He's almost 2 years younger than Kobe Bryant.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in Oakland. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Here's Collison after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. Oladipo dishes to Turner. Shoots over McGee. Second shot opportunity, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, I love how he absorbed the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Pacers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Indiana. Joseph comes in for Darren Collison. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Beasley's checked in for JaVale McGee. Lance Stevenson comes in for James. Hart, he's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Ball. Now here's Rondo. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And where I thought he was out of his mind was the playmaking. Time and time again, he set his teammates up for the easy buckets.
Booker, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. For Los Angeles, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
Here's Oladipo. He's got 11. The 3 from Joseph. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers trail by 11. Pass to Hart. On the wing, Stevenson. There's the screen. Beasley the screen. With 1 on the clock. And so it's Indiana holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been active and effective. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the champ.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even killed.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him. Nothing throws him off his game.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Pacers here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
I love it. They have their track shoes on. Right off the tip, they were in full attack mode. This offense is really churning.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter. Hart is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Beasley. Then it's Lance Stevenson. And it's Kuzma in at the 5.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
And you see Bogdanovich, 6'8" at times, listed at shooting guard. GA, is he a 2?
No, if anything, I think he's often better defending power forwards than he is against the wings, in part because you're not going to look to post that position in the way the game is played today. This guy is skilled and tough, but doesn't have the great foot speed defensively, so I think that's to his advantage to guard those guys.
And Indiana making a change here. Evans is checked in. Luol Deng is checked in for the Lakers. Feeds to Evans. And he slams it down right on top of Michael Beasley.
And I really enjoy watching Evans use that athleticism, especially when he's attacking. He's tough to stop.
Timeout called the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and they picked up the win in their last game against this club, and really it was a parade to the free throw line.
Incredibly aggressive. Drew a lot of fouls on the other team's starters. Made them go deep into their bench.
Count it.
He has the physical and mental makeup to abuse defenders inside.
Picked by O'Quinn. And that's Evans penetrating. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Evans has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, and the intelligence there from Evans. His speed and strength makes him a tough guy to guard in that screen and roll.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker, a coach on the floor. Some say he's the GM. He even has a stake in a player agent business. LeBron says it's his dream to one day own an NBA team. Well, he's certainly getting some practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball. Young's checked in for the Pacers.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, the numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Now here's Ingram. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Stolen by Evans. Now Evans running the floor all by himself. And Evans with a stuff.
And Evans there showing the ability to elevate. When you let him get near the bucket, he has the ability to hurt your feelings.
Well, you look around the NBA and there are some incredible athletes. Chris, in your opinion, which players in the league right now are the most physically imposing when you see them in action?
3 people come to mind. First, DeAndre Jordan, just his size and stature. And then when you see him run like a little fella and jump with the best of them, it is so intimidating seeing him out there on that court. LeBron, I mean, you still might say he has the best basketball body ever. be in that 6'7", 6'8" frame, whatever he goes by, with a bunch of muscle behind it, being able to use his quickness and strength to get to the post. You just have to love it. And then Antetokounmpo, one of the most unique players we've seen with his length, his size, Mr. Stretch Armstrong, but he gets it done on both ends of the floor. And I just think his unique body style and skill set makes him fun to watch as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Sabonis comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Collison in for Corey Joseph.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Passes it to Ball. Caldwell Pope with the screen on Collison. Ball with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 5 on the clock. And stolen by Bogdanovich. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, you can't give Bogdanovich a lane to the rim. He takes off towards the rim and then just throws that one down with force.
Here's the screen. McGee a screen. Now here's Ingram. He's covered by Bogdanovich. They grab their own miss, and the shot is good. McGee's got his first 2 points of the night.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Young in the corner, fires the three, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And where the shot's been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Lakers.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high percentage looks.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
Oh, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide-open three like that.
And that's Evans penetrating.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Lakers trail by 16. Ball kicks to James. Tipped away. Turner with the steal. Evans against LeBron. Evans passes to Collison. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And Greg, at about 6'8", what is it that enables Young to finish so well inside?
I think it's more finesse than power. Not a lot of free throws for him, but he can get his shot off quickly before the shot blockers have time to gather.
Here's Ball after Darren Collison's bucket. Pope loose. Caldwell Pope dishes to LeBron. 17 seconds left to play in the first half. And another shot. Pacers with the rebound. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to call.
And so it's Indiana holding a big 18-point lead to close the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown Victor Oladipo had it going on in the first quarter. He had 11 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each.
And that wraps up the halftime.
Downtown Indianapolis glowing in the distance as we welcome you back to the action here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Indiana leading by 18. Young and Turner up front. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Evans in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Oladipo outside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. While we have a break in the action, now let's check out the league's best shooting teams. The Pacers in 5th.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
And part of analyzing a game can be offering forth critique of players or officials or organizations. Chris, how do you find that balance of candor and yet not being too critical, being too harsh?
Great question. The way I try to have an honest balance is to remember how I felt when it happened to me.
Interesting.
When you're a player, if someone comes with hard, credible evidence, I mean, it's true. You can't take anything personal. But when guys are just criticizing the same jump shot that you made last play, I'm not that guy. So, I try to keep a balance by being fair and honest, first of all, to the fans of that city and that state, and letting them know how great their team is, but also that maybe their team is playing lazy. Maybe look at this effort not out there by the floor. But also, in a blowout game, I also give the team that's losing by 30 just as much respect as I do the winning team, because those guys work just as hard. This is just a specific night they didn't play that well. So I just try to make every game as special as it is to me, from being a kid growing up to being able to play in the league, but then also just being fair. Benefit of the doubt first, but if you do 2 or 3 stupid things, then you're a stupid player that night. Just being honest, having fun. And I've gotten some calls from players, and I don't care. I'm not hard to find. And I just try to have fun, be honest, and no hard feelings.
And the Lakers call time here. Chris, traditionally, we've had the standard 1 through 5 spots on an NBA team, but it seems more and more GMs and coaches are going away from labeling a player to one of those spots, like positionless basketball. Are we going to see more of that? Is it going to work its way around to another level? How do you view that?
Well, I just think that the game is evolving, and I think right now you have to have a certain skill set to play, and that means you have to be able to dribble, pass, shoot, and defend. Think about it, we had players that could just defend, couldn't dribble or throw a ball in the ocean. Well, that really can't work anymore, and you have to have players with the total skill set regardless of size. I do think, though, that you'll always have to have positions. I hated how we took the center out of the All-Star game. You never see in baseball, they say, it's okay, you don't have to have a center fielder. You could just put 2 left fielders in there. You still have to identify a position, and for the tradition and the honor of the game, I say we do that. But we got some pretty big guys and some pretty great guys. So what would you call Dirk Nowitzki? Is he a 5? He's 7 feet tall. Is he a 4? Is he a 3? It doesn't matter. He just has game. What do you call Kevin Durant? A 7-foot flamethrower? I mean, he's a center, a power forward. I don't know what you call him, but I know that size or positions are no more defined by height. They used to be defined by height. 7 foot and up centers, 6'9" and up power forwards. Now you have 6'9" and up point guards. So I love the fact that the game's evolving, but I think the 5 best players are just going to play, but you're going to have every single size, because right now skill set is all that matters.
The Lakers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Dishes it to Beasley. Takes the 13-footer, and the shot goes down. Beasley's got his second basket. Pacers leading by 21. Booker outside. Oladipo with the ball. Beasley covering, and there's the defensive 3-second call. For Indiana, they have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight, and he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And Bogdanovich, the 31st pick in the 2011 draft. Played in Turkey, Chris, for years and finally came over to the NBA in 2014.
Yeah, he made all-rookie second team that season. Now, entering his prime, is certainly very capable offensively.
The drive by Rondo. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. The pass to Hart. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. McGee is screen on Oladipo. Hart, that's good. Hart's got his first basket.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Well, it takes a lot of confidence and toughness to make that play.
Oladipo with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Oladipo misses.
That's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him.
Rondo's shot is good.
How about the energy? Just relentless here. Rondo excellent at just gliding down the floor and finishing in style.
Picked by O'Quinn. And Joseph kicks to O'Quinn. He can't get that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Hart. He's covered by Bogdanovich. Beasley the screen, and here's Stevenson for three. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Pacers leading by 18. Here's Joseph, and Rondo sends it back.
Well, you forget sometimes how much of an impact Rondo can have defensively there, showing off some superb vertical as he goes up for the block. Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy point.
Got a piece of it. Here's Oladipo, a putback.
You can see that he definitely takes rebounding seriously, and his size really helps him come down with plenty of those tough boards.
We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Here's Stevenson. Another miss by Stevenson, with the prospect of making a big lead even bigger.
And you got to jump at this chance. Stretch that lead out as much as possible.
Well, he hasn't been very precise at all this quarter.
Rondo against Joseph. Beasley sets a screen for Rondo. Right at the free throw line. That one rolling around and rims out.
Well executed. Great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Yeah, coming off of a good pick, you want to get that one. He gets the separation he needs. I know he would love to have that one back. They've leaned on him tonight, and he's delivered with some great shooting.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oladipo.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Oh, man, yeah, he read it all the way. He got a jump on it. Very close.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Oladipo. Now Stevenson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Beasley, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Beasley's got 4 points this quarter. Now here's Joseph. Pass to Sabonis. Lets it go from deep. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's Indiana in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Lakers trail by 16, and on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. LeBron James is out there with Beasley, and it's Kuzma in at the 3 slot. And Chris, you've been working as an analyst now for quite some time. Do you feel that how you view and enjoy the game has changed as you've transitioned from being a player on the floor to the booth?
You know what? I've learned a lot, and I've learned to look at the game a different way, but I look at the game the same way. I think the onus is on the player to execute what the coach and the GM puts out there for you to do, for you not to become a one-dimensional player, for you to improve in the summertime. That's the only time you can improve. And when you don't come back and you don't improve, it's obvious that you have the same glaring weaknesses that you had the year before. Even if you're not on a team that can compete for a championship, you want to make sure that you compete for a championship, that you compete for an all-star, that you compete to have your name out there. And so a lot of times we'll watch some of those teams, and I love seeing if they compete or if they laid it down early in the season. So, no, I would say that really what gives me an advantage is that the way that I looked at the game, and hopefully, you know, that gives me a unique perspective when I'm out there trying to talk to other basketball heads like myself.
Now, here's Ball. He's tightly guarded. Beasley outside. Shot clock at 5. And it comes off the front of the rim. Pacers leading by 14. Evans outside. Deep 2 from Collison. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Kicks it to Ball. And the layup's good off the glass.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Sabonis, the pass to Collison. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
James wide open. No good from Beasley. The Pacers have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Evans outside. Turner dishes to Young. Here's Collison. That doesn't go either for Collison.
This has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Kuzma passes to LeBron. There's the screen. Ball sets a screen for Caldwell Pope. Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
That's just great all-around teamwork. Now, let's see if they can find a way to come away with the victory here.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Victor Oladipo.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. The Pacers making a change here. Oladipo's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on Nate McMillan talking to his team. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Kevin?
Here's James.
That's how you attack.
Back the rim, baby. Move out the way.
Free throw good, LeBron.
Well, it's clear that James is already an all-time great, a champion, a surefire Hall of Famer this year.
Evans inside. That one is no good. He is 6 for 11 in the game. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Ball dishes to Caldwell Pope. The three-pointer no good.
Well, if they want to cut into this lead, they need to make more intelligent plays on offense and not force something up when it's not there.
Collison the pass to Oladipo. Turner with a screen on McGee. And it's Evans missing.
Does well to burrow his way into the post, but loses his touch on the finish.
Stolen by Collison. 1:30 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Evans. And he banks in the layup. And the Pacers lead by 9.
And how about the efficiency Evans has shown in the paint? Once he's got his position, he's looking to score.
McGee is screen on Collison. Shoots from 12. And that one's good. James. LeBron's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, they lean on him for a big portion of their scoring with a good reason.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. The Lakers on offense. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Caldwell Pope kicks to LeBron. Tries again. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
LeBron is so aggressive, virtually unguardable, tough to contain when he's going up to shoot.
Both free throws good from James.
Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you get a chance to close the gap, you've got to make the most of it.
Here's Evans. That one's not going to go. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Caldwell Pope dishes to McGee. Buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Absolutely, absolutely. When you fight your way back into a game, the last thing you want to do is get satisfied with that and not complete the comeback.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Man, that technical's really a killer. He takes it from a one-possession game to 2.
Collison's shot is good.
And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
That's why you can't let yourself get in this deep a hole. Very little time now to climb out.
27 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And here are the Pacers now. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Evans outside. So it's Indiana picking up the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.